Hello and thanks for joining me for some more of The Last Caretaker, where we are coming up upon Quarantine Stack Amen. This location will get added, or the marker will get added to your map when you complete the isolation quest, which we covered in the last episode. So there will be a description, there will be a link in the description below for the full playlist of this series. But today we are going to get inside there. There's 3 ways to get inside. 2 of them are much easier than the harder way. So I'll show the 2 easy ways. I'll have a try at the hard way. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it on camera or not. I have already done it.
Amen. This is Amen. It matches the signal. Same structure. Same silence. Find a way inside and locate the vault door. The prayer called it a door that listens.
Okay. So we're going to cruise up here, and of course we've got pretty crappy weather, so the visibility is not fantastic. But yeah, as I was saying, there's 3 ways in. One of them is the parkour way, which everybody hates, including myself. I have done it. It took me several attempts, and I do have a save that I'll probably revert to after recording this episode, where I've already done it. But let's start off by taking care of our little friends here. But I do recommend that you do try and do the parkour way. There is some stuff to collect, a few memories and some paint. Alright, so we'll start off. So our objective is to get in here, inside there. To open that requires power. You don't need to open that to get in there or to get out of there. We're going to start off by going up here. These, you can collect these nuggets and rocks out of here. The nuggets you can collect out of there. I'm not going to worry about that, but you can process them. I don't think there was anything interesting here. Some scraps. Okay, so up here, there's also a few bits and pieces and a robot behind there. Up here, there's a second wheelbarrow up here. This little strut out here. Let's take care of these guys. It's got these. Take care of this guy. Okay. While I'm here, this is titanium. So you can put this in the scrapper. Titanium nuggets in the scrapper to get titanium. But over here, this bit of wall here, well, we can get in there through there. So let's equip a couple of big O2 bombs here. Me and grenades in games don't normally mix. So let's see if I can do that without blowing myself up. Okay. Alright. That is one way in. And I'm just going to equip this and plug it up to my electric rifle. As you can hear, there is a rolly ball around there. I'm going to charge this thing up before I peek my head around the corner. Alright. Take a shot at him. I'll duck back around here while I recharge it, holding down my left mouse button. And we'll take another shot at him. Charge it up again. And alright, it's taken care of him. I'm going to switch back to my petrol pack. I'll hook up to my flamer pistol. Let's put that away. No, go away. Put that away. Okay. So this is where we blasted through the wall. There's a ladder here we can come down. Yeah, you can also get down up there. Can climb down this ladder. I'm just going to jump. Take care of these little guys. All right. We'll just make our way down here.
4 slots. Like ribs. It isn't made for hands. It's made for signal. That door isn't locked by force, Caretaker. It's locked by completion. The receiver spine needs its triodes to form the right signal. The remaining triodes are missing. We'll have to search the nearby towers and bring them back. We're close, Caretaker. Whatever is behind this was sealed on purpose.
Okay, so I turned off my light so that you could read the dialogue. All right, so we're talking about this thing here. It's, what we're going to need to activate. Let's just take care of this guy. Bastards. Jeez, why are these guys so hard to hit today? Alright, as you can see there's water down there. Alright, so we'll come back to this in a moment. And this map on the wall is pretty significant. But I'm going to go back up the way that we came. And okay, so we're inside. The main gate is the main gate's up here. Where is it? Up here. Yep. So the main gate's up here. Okay, still won't work because you need power. But you can get in and out the way we just came in. So we're going to go out the way we came in. And I'll show you the second way to get in there. And you may wish to bring a weapon that works underwater. I'm just going to do melee. But if we come to the end of this and jump down, or you can swim around. There is cave entrance down here. There are 3 of these guys to take care of. I've got my eclipse light on. And I'm just going to melee these guys. Okay. Alright. Let's take care of this one. I think I'm getting hit by the one up there. Okay, let's finish this one off. Alrighty, so then you can climb up here and we're back in here. There is a can of paint in here. Right there. So we'll grab that. That is the rust tag graffiti paint. Alright, so that's the 2 easy ways to get in. come back to the map and everything else afterwards. So I'll have a try at doing the hard way. But my first initial attempt at it, it took me probably somewhere around 20 goes because I suck at parkour. So I'm going to give it just a couple of shots, and if I can't get it, then I'm just going to load up a save that I prepared earlier. But I'll give you an idea of where you want to go. Let's take care of this guy and his bees. There go my frames. Jesus. Okay. The only thing worse than being swarmed with a bunch of bees is not having enough frames to be able to move to take care of them. And that thing has respawned already. Alright, I think we got him. Okay. So, I'm going to go get a full charge and top up my health before we try the parkour. I would also highly recommend taking with you enough stuff to build a solar panel and a battery and some cable connectors and some cables, because the last thing you want to do when you get up the top is have to come back down and get all that stuff. Like I said, I've already done it on another save, so I'm not too fussed about taking all that with me. But okay, so we're fully charged up. We are going to come up here. You can go in here. There's not much in here. There is a save station and a health station and a couple of bits and pieces. We can use our scanner and scan the shelf. I might actually take a plastic and an iron. Okay. So now if we hop up here, put the scanner away. Alright, we can jump up here, up here, up here, up here, and let's take care of this guy. Oh, there go my frames again. Alright, and you can parkour around that way. We're going to go up here. So I do recommend that you do all the little parkour areas off in different directions. Because you will find a couple of memories and paint collection. We can scan these crates now with the scanner, so I'm just going to scan that. Where these come in handy is if there was somewhere that you needed a box or something to step on. If we had the resources, you know, I normally always have iron and plastic on me for cable connectors. At this point I don't, but you know, these things are easy enough to build as something that you can step on to give yourself a boost. There might actually be some in there, some iron and rubber. Not really wanted. Some ammo there. Okay, we can put the scanner away, open that up. And of course it's dark and shitty weather, because Why wouldn't it be? We can climb up here. But, let's just grab this box. Pop this box out the door in that corner there. And fall down. Probably not the best idea to put it at the top of the ladder though. Okay, you could also climb up through the roof, I guess, without moving the box. But climb up here. Up here. And it's going to be dark as hell. So I think what I might do is I might just stand here for a little bit. I'll wait for this weather to go away and maybe wait for some daylight, and I'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, so it's still night time, but at least the weather has calmed down a little bit. I don't think there was anything down. Oh, you can parkour across there. I do recommend exploring all the parkourable areas. But if we come around here, we got more friends, and there's a door in here, which is locked by power. Come on. Okay. So, you do need to hook up power. The main power room is right up the top. There's more titanium up here. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, we have a look at these titanium nuggets. You chuck them in the scrapper. We're going to come around. Remember where to go now. Around here. Okay. Another one. Right. This is where it gets tricky. It's easier to do with your weapon away. Let's climb up on here. Up on here. Up here. And okay. Got some bees as well. Can't duck under there, we can. Okay. So I think this ladder only comes sort of halfway down. I suppose we could climb up this way. Let's just check that out. Well, fucking bullshit. Okay. Well, that puts us back to square one. Yeah. Back up, yeah. Back up here. Back up here. Where am I? Yep. Okay. Back onto the roof up here. Up here. Up here. More stormy weather again. There is actually a memory there. Grab that. Which way was it? Okay. So we were around here. Where the door is. Alright, so if you parkoured around like around that way, I think that brings you around to these ladders. I still recommend that you explore all of those areas for memories and paint. I'm going to come around, back around to here. Alright. So this bit was one of the bits I had a lot of trouble with. At least the sun's coming up. Okay, up here we'll turn around so that we're facing the opposite way. Up here, this is where the bees were. Okay, so now that ladder I think only goes halfway down, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to mess with it. Open this door. We have to open it outwards. And there's some scraps and stuff. And we've got another one up here. Okay, we can climb up here. There's a few little bits of scrap here. Not really much of note out here, I don't think. You can also climb up that ladder there. Just some scraps. Go further up this ladder. Once again, just more scraps there. I might actually scan this orange shelf. We can scan the pallet. And the mattress. No? Yep, we can scan the mattress. Okay. Let's see. Put that away. Open that door. Alright, so from here, I do find that the parkouring is easier when you have your weapon holstered. I don't know if that's a fact or if I'm just imagining it, but we've got to jump across to here. Open this door up. Okay. And there's just some scraps there. If you move this out the way, you find a bunch of money there. It's a ladder. Some ammo here and a shelf. Let's scan the shelf. Oh, we've already scanned that shelf. So, that away. Alright. Through this door. Through this door. Take care of this guy. Alright. Yeah. Okay, you can get up there. Let me see. I'm gonna try... Let's try a chair. And you'll find a can of paint back here. Alright, now make our way back around here. I don't think we can get up this way. But we want to go up here. Put that away. This door is locked by power. We'll continue around. Yeah, this bit I really struggled with. So I'll give it a try. We've still got to get way up there. So we've still got a fair way to go. If I fail this too many times, then I'm not going to make a 6-hour video on me trying to get up there. But let's have a go. I've made it. Alright, now this is a bit dodgy. You can't hook onto this ladder until you actually step up here. Turn around, climb up. And this is dodgy getting off of this. Alright, now this This is the really hard part, that I failed so many times and I ended up right down the bottom. Had to start again. So, see how we go. Get myself right on the edge there. And try it. Oof, come on. I tell you what, I reckon it took me probably about 10 goes to get across there. Now, some people are good at the parkour. I'm not one of them. It's just some scraps around here. I think we can scan that little shelf. We've already scanned that. All right, let's open this up. Okay, so here we can climb up here. Here, should turn my light off. Around here. Up here. This one I also had trouble with. Like that. Mother ruxer. Alright, so that puts us back here. And back to this bit, which I failed multiple times. Let's try it. Okay. Let's open this inside. Alright. Up here. Up here. Come on. It's just a simple ledge. You can get up that. Put down. Okay. Alright. Around here. Up there. And across to there. Alright. Ooh, fuck you. Whoops. Ooh. That was close. Okay. I think it may be worth checking out that roof. Can't remember if there is a can of paint there or not. Okay, yeah. Nothing there. Now we're going to try and get back up there again. Now I have got up here from stacking those barrels and getting onto that rusty piece of crap and climbing up this way. Alright. So here we are. This is the power room. Now I didn't bring things with me on this run. That door is locked. We need power. So, alright. I'm going to load up a save where I've already got to this point. Where I did bring stuff with me for a solar panel and a battery. But basically, climb up here. There is a can of paint right there, so don't miss that. I built a solar panel up here. I hooked in the battery. That powers the door. And the big door downstairs as well. You can get right up the top. But it's tricky. And it glitches out. Now I've fallen through the glitch. And I've ended up in a room that you cannot get out of. It's not like part of the game. It's an unfinished, untextured room. Okay, you just got to keep... There you go. Up the top. Okay, now this stuff you can mine. These quantum crystal nuggets. But these things are currently bugged. And as far as I'm aware, they're not really usable in the game just yet. But you can chuck these into the scrapper and they will make quantum crystal whatever, which is a material, but it bugs out in your inventory, so maybe leave it until later. Alright, but I'm gonna load up a previous save where I've already put a solar panel up here because I don't want to climb up here again. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so in here I've so I put a solar panel up there, you can see it just there, and I've hooked it in here. Click the switch. There is a health and a save station here. That allows you to open this door. You can go down here. All the way down here. And this door here that we passed earlier, you can now open because you've got power. Now, which way was it to that other section that was under the tunnel with the door? There's memories in there that you're going to want to grab as well. But we are going to go back down now. Alright, probably the easiest way is just to jump down in the water. But anyway, like that's basically, that will now power the door downstairs as well and let you unlock that. So I'm going to load up another save where I've sort of done everything that I need to do here except for one of the last bits of this part of the quest. So I'll be back in another moment. Okay, so we're back down the bottom. So the power allows you to open this door from the inside or the outside. So back down into here. All right, so if we pull out our scanner, we scan this thing, and now we can build that, and that is part of the quest. So here it is here. So it needs 4 titanium, 2 gold, and 2 copper, which I have on me. This thing does not build in your inventory, so wait till you get here before you build it. It does sort of snap to the wall, but it won't stick to the wall. So we're going to build that. Oh, well, it fell into place. So usually it doesn't fall into place. Normally it'll fall on the floor. You got to pick it up and just sort of drop it there, same as your other things. Yeah, we need 3 more, but not the same one. There are different ones that we need to go and find. Over here is a map, and this is where we are, and this is showing us where we need to go to find the other 3 to be able to open this door. So, okay, now all that's to do is to test out our new paint. So currently we've got the Kraken paint set. Okay, So let's get up here. So we've currently got the Kraken, and it's not going to let me pan in and out. There we go. Which we got from the last location in the last episode. So come over to our paint pad here, and now there's possibly, so most of the other paints I've found 5 or 6 of, so there might be a couple of secret areas that I have not found. But this is a graffiti set, so that's our deck, the tower, the hull, the flag. Flag's a bit shit. Let's have a look close up here. So, like most of the others, deck's pretty plain until you get up here. But that's pretty cool. The flag is just tags. Our tower. Yeah, backwards throw up there. Looks like that one's backwards as well. But we've got a nice mural over here. It's pretty cool. And then of course the hull. And I don't know if the other side's just a mirror or not. No, that's pretty cool. So there we go. Alright. So now we need to hunt down the other 3 of those power triode thingies. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.